Okay, welcome back to the video 5. Today we're going to talk about switch statement. So we are going to cover the structure of switch statement, and after go through the structure of the switch statement, we're going to do one question problem. But before we start, I would like to talk about something regarding on the Boolean. The Boolean is actually the if statement sort of, but it will give you like a true value or a false value. What do I mean by that is, if there's like a condition, if the condition is true, the system actually will return 1. If the Boolean condition is equal to false, it will return a 0. Alright. What do I mean by that is, let's do some coding. It's pretty easy. Alright. Let's say int x is equal to 1 and int y is equal to 2. So we want to print out like x equal to y x greater than y. And this will give me, let's predict, is x greater than y, which means it's 1 greater than 2. Obviously it's not, so the condition is false. So what I should expect on my screen will be a 0. Alright, it is a 0. So this is a Boolean test. Maybe somehow you need like just 1 or 0, like basic comparison. You probably want to use this and use the value to determine what you want to do. What do I mean is, like, if like let's say answer is equal to or equal to 0, and then you want to do a whole bunch of stuff, whatever it is. Alright, this is what I mean. So there's also another way to do something similar. What do I mean is, like, see out, let's do some comparison. This will be a condition and question mark, and you want to do something here and something here. Alright. What do I mean by condition is, like, the condition will be replaced something like is 1 greater than 2, and the question mark means, hey, check. Hey, the question mark meaning is like, hey, please check if the condition is true or not. If it is true, go to this bracket. If the value if the condition is false, it will go to the second bracket. So this is like, the colon means the left side of the colon is true, the right side of the colon is false. This is what it means. So now we are saying, hey, check is 1 greater than 2. If it is, then let's print something out. Hey, 1 is greater than 2. If it is false, let's print out like, hey, 2 is not greater than 1. Alright. So let me repeat that again. This first bracket is the condition you want to check, and the question mark is referring to telling the computer to check if the condition is true or false. If it is true, it will print out the first bracket. If it is false, print out the second bracket. But don't forget your colon. Alright. Since we know that 1 is not greater than 2, so the value should return 0. But in this case, we are saying, hey, do either this or this. So we should expect, hey, 2 is not greater than 1 on my screen. Alright. Okay, something is wrong. Okay, let me see. Let me check. Yep, there we go. As we can see, hey, 2 is not greater than 1, so doesn't mean it works from what we are doing, alright? So let me repeat that again. If we say cout, and then this is the condition, and this one is check that condition is true or false. If it is true, just print out the first bracket. If it is false, print out the second one. So this is what it means, alright? So this is what I want to cover from the Boolean and the if statement. So let's go over the switch statement, alright? So the switch statement is actually very simple. It can only compare int and a character, alright? So case 1 or case A, case 2 or case B, case C or case C, case D, case 4 or case D. You just plug in the variable or a char based on the variable you're working on, alright? It can be like 2, it can be 5, it can be like 1,000 or like a billion, whatever it is. But char, it can only be like the 26 characters on your keyboard, right? So you just give or take which one you would like to use. You have to figure it out, all right? So to start a switch statement, obviously you need a switch, right? And a bracket, and you just have to pick either variable or a char, all right? After that has been initialed, you need a curly bracket, all right? Next, we have to set up with a case, and then the variable name, which is like either 1 or 0 or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the char can be like A, B, C, D, E, wherever it is, and then there will be like some functions or statements, all right? So let's say you get an input, and the input and the variable you're working on, let's say it's like just numbers, all right? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the switch statement, you initiate the switch statement, and the variable, it has to be something like a variable name, all right? And the variable name contains those numbers, all right? It depends on how many statements or how many options you provide. So switch, and then the variable name or the character name like ABC. If we are working on the variable name, I would like, let's say I'll call it like, hey, number, all right? So switch bracket number, all right? Switch bracket number. This is how it looks like, and all the case will become like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if you expect like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the number will go through here, and then if the value is 1 and the first case is 1, then it will run this statement. After this statement is finished, when it hit break, the break means you will exit the switch statement, and then the rest of the statement will be ignored, alright? So let me repeat again. So when you initiate a switch statement, a switch obviously has to exist, and there will be a bracket, and then the number means the variable that holds what kind of value will goes in to this bracket, and the bracket, inside the bracket there is a value, right? It will go through all the bracket and check, does it match the variable that you set up. Okay, if the variable does match the number from the user's input, it will run this statement or this statement. It depends on your variable. Alright, after running all the statements and it hit break, it will exit the switch statement. So you might have an idea like, what if all the variable doesn't meet and the chart there's no variable like meet my requirement? What will it do? It will go to the default, okay, default case. That means like, hey, all of the option does not match the user's input, so you'll be running this statement. Alright, this is what it means. Alright, so this is what I mean. Let's say the variable name is called variable, and I start up like the switch, initiate the switch statement, and I'm going through the variable name called variable, and obviously I'm expecting it is a integer. So if the integer is like 3, it will go through these numbers until it hit 3. If all the case does not contain 3, all the cases do not contain 3, it will stop at default and then run the statement, and it will exit the statement. Alright, this is what it means. So let's do some questions, and then you will have a very good idea on what I am talking about, right? Let's do it. My questions is, oh shit, alright, I'll read it for you. Create a C++ program that displays a shipping charge. If the user enters an invalid state code, the program should display the message incorrect state code. Alright, so that means there will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There will be like 6 cases, right? And if the variable does not meet these cases or these state codes, it should display incorrect state code. What does it mean is, in my brain right now, I would think of my default statement will display incorrect state code. Alright, so we have 6 state codes, and we have like 25, 30, 40, 40, 30, 30. And sounds like some of them has repeated more than one time, so there will be like 1, 1, 1, 1. No, so $30 has appeared like 3 times, and 40 has appeared like 2 times. That means I'm expecting like there's only like three statements and 1 default statement. Let me do it. You will know what do I mean. You will understand what do I mean. So let's say cout, enter the state code, and then cin code, in code. Alright, and then switch statement, and then we are passing through the switch statement with the code. Alright, and then we have a curly bracket, and the first case, since we have 6 cases, right? So first case 1, cout, and then shipping charge is like 25. don't forget your break. And then case 2, alright, $25 is only case 1, so case 2 is $30, but case 5 and 6 is also $30. So that's mean if the state code is 2, 5, and 6, it should have the same price because they share the same price. Shipping charge is $30. Alright, and case 3 and 4, it would be like $40. So case 3, case 4, shipping charge is $40. Alright, and then the default will be saying, hey, incorrect state code. Alright, this is what it means. So sounds like we are missing a break. And then we are missing a break right here as well. Okay, it looks good. Alright, let's compile. Oops. Hey, let's compile. Alright, enter the state code. Let's say state code is 1. Alright, so I got 25. Let's try 2, 5, and 6. Alright, I got 30. Let's try 5. I got 30. Let's try 6. I got 30. Let's try 3. I got 40. Let's try 4. I got 40. Let's try negative 20. So incorrect state code. Alright, so obviously it works, and let me repeat what we have done. Alright, so I'm setting up, since the question is saying I enter a state code and the code range is like 1 to 6, so I have 1, 2, 5, 6, 3, 4, so I have 6 state codes. And then I'm popping up like a display asking the user to enter the state code, and I store the input to code. That's why I have int code, and I'm initiate the switch statement and passing through the variable called code, which we just set up, right? So the code, as we know, the answers, they're only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There will be like six state codes, so there should be like 6 cases, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and each state code had their own shipping charge. If they share the same shipping charge, we can stack up the case number on top of each other, and when they loop through everything and they hit the code, the value of the code that user input and match up with the case ID or the case number, it will automatically go through the statement, and after running all the statement or functions that you asked the computer to do, when it hits break, it will exit the statement, which is going to here, and pause and return 0, and then the whole program is done. All right, so that's all for today. If you have any questions, ask a professor. If you have any questions, you can email me. All right, I will see you in the next video. Have a good day.